Good afternoon. The history of photonics starts with Einstein, which theorized the principle of laser, and then continues with Sokolov and Charlestown, which made the first optical measure. And then in 1960, on 16th of May, Theodor Maiman made the first laser, the first ruby laser. In the International Academy of Laser Medicine and Surgery was founded in Florence, it's a Longo Association, Longo Academy, sorry, in October 2000 by 51 founder members. 2 members passed out, Cyprien Antipa and Theodor Maiman. The other, fortunately, no. And the members with in yellow were the members of the first executive committee of the Academy. The selection criteria for fellowship of Academy is we accept scientists and associations with open mind, coherent, and loyal. The selection criteria for data use 3 different groups of criteria. At first, we follow the Helsinki Declaration rules, and the European Community guidelines are very, very similar. But we use through the Virchow approach. At first, we must study the facts, and then the causes of facts. And we use through the Vortex organization approach. Vortex organization tell that we must study and verify each substance, energy, tool which modify a physiological process of human body. Laser technology medicine followed the same course of all new experimentation, of all new therapy. At first, the scientific community said laser technology is not useful, not really. At the second step, it's very useful, it's indispensable. At first, dangerous, harmful, because the malpractice arrived to have side effects, to have complications. And finally, we arrived at today, when we started with scientific serious studies on this topic to arrive at the right conclusions. Another problem is the terminology. And we speak about low level laser therapy, mid, high level laser therapy. This classification is wrong, I think. It's very, very simple to speak about non-surgical laser therapy and surgical laser therapy, and stop. We must follow always the dosage parameters when we use laser on human body for diagnostic goal, for therapeutical non-surgical goal, and also for surgical goals. If we don't use these parameters, the results are not repeatable, are not possible to reproduce that, and we cannot give right conclusions. There is a difference between light and laser. Laser is a light, but a light coherent, a light that we can measure exactly on the tissue, because we have spatial and temporal coherence. With light, non-laser, non-coherent, It is impossible, the exact dosage on the tissue, on the human body. It is possible only the exact dosage on the cells on the culture, not on the human body. On the other hand, Smith told yesterday that the rules of light in biology are always the same, also for laser, also for light. And many of these rules were now before the laser discovery. In 1957, Frédéric Mathieu published the Traité de physique générale expérimentale in France. And as you can see, the concept of selective photothermolysis, of the complementarity of the color, were old concepts. The actual needs are the multi-countries verifications of data obtained by evidence-based medicine, the confirmation on larger scale of all effects of non-surgical laser, but through the surgical lasers, and the experimental studies on their action mechanisms. We need to the optimization of the parameters for each different treatment. And so we would like to propose some solutions. A new specialization on laser technology, Ialms, and laserology. Continuous exchange of multidisciplinary knowledge with an academy, as International Academy of Laser Medicine and Surgery, and the World Federation of Laser Medical Societies. A periodic adjournment, objective and universal, and periodic conference as laser fluorescence conference. The diffusion of knowledge, avoiding the fragmentation, include the laser fluorescence as international annual conference with pre-conference short courses and workshop, residential courses and conference, and we sponsored the Lithuanian Society Laser Medicine Surgery Conference, the Romanian Society, Israeli and Czech Republic Portuguese societies, and through the Poland Societies of Aesthetic Medicine. And now we would like to sponsor the Ialms. These are the summarization of the networks generated each year by Laser Fluorescence Conference. The first 3 years, Laser Fluorescence was not joined with the Academy because the Academy not existed. But we continued and we arrived to have some data, original and presented for the first time on the world as the laser treatment for diabetes type 1 and 2, as laser therapy for nervous cells regeneration in vitro and experimental, etc., etc., etc. At the 2009, we presented some guidelines for the use of non-surgical lasers in the last Laser Fluorescence Conference. Laser fluorescence proceedings are always available from SPI publisher, Laser in Medical Science, official journal of the Academy publisher, Leo Brooks, and now of American Institute of Physics publisher. Proposal of investigation actually, immunomodulation of laser beam intravenous for external radiation, the effects of laser on hematochemical parameters, the hypoglycemic effects on diabetes, the effects on spinal cord and brain injuries. Further investigation is regard the photodynamic diagnosis and therapy, the laser tissue welding, the minimal invasive surgery. In conclusion, the imagination is more important than knowledge, but knowledge must support that. Thank you very much for your attention. I would like to show only some picture of the last conference, Laser Fluorescence, joined with International Society Laser Medicine and Surgery. with World Federation, International Phototherapy Association, and joined also with two important events, the 50 years of marriage of Professor Kaplan and Professor Assumi. We have also this important event. These are some images of the open ceremony with the organ of middle-aged Italian and the concert of this organ, and some session, scientific session, and the very interesting session, the gala dinner session. It's the best session of Laser Florence, usually. This is the Havars of two different generations of medical doctor, old Oshiro, young Oshiro. Laser Florence staff. This is the poster of the last Laser Florence. I wait to you in November 5, 6, 2010 for the next Laser Florence. Thank you very much.